So the grab and go bags themselves, we already did a tour on another video, so I'm not going to focus on that. And we already know that you can use those grab and go bags just as ordinary bags, and they're brilliant. But the reason why I designed the bags in the first place is because when you feel stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, maybe someone is neurodivergent as well, maybe there's an extreme like self-harming going on, in those moments where that is happening and you're feeling really stressed and agitated, maybe it's so handy to have a bag where you can keep a load of stuff which helps in that moment, which is easy to grab, hence the grab and go. So we've deliberately made the grab and go bags very bright and colourful so that they're easy to spot. Even in a disorganized room, they should be easy to find. And they're big enough to put lots of things in, that in the moment when you feel stressed, you can just dive into the bag and grab something out which might be helpful. So I'm going to go very, very quickly over the contents of this one. There are some links below the video where there's some general suggestions for go bags, and there are also direct links to where I found the stuff that I'm going to show you. We don't have any affiliate links to these things. We don't get any money. It is free to just access. You don't even have to give your email address to access the lists. It's just to make it easier if you want to just have a look at these things and create a bag for you or someone that you care about. So this is for our lovely niece. So what am I putting in her go bag? Well, first thing that's going in is this anti-anxiety koala. Gonna be a bit of a gamble with this because teenagers, I don't know whether this will be either like a great thing or a bad thing, but it's got a little light in it. This is supposed to be for all ages, by the way. It's got a little light in it, so it could act as a night light if someone was a bit anxious at night. It's got a breathing function, so the belly moves up and down. I might do a different video just for this koala alone, actually. The belly moves up and down. It's got a nursery rhyme, which someone might find very babyish, someone else might find very comforting. And then it's got this cute little snore sound that it makes. I've got one issue with it, that the motor is quite noisy on the breathing, but if you put the little sweet snory sound on at the same time, it's got this little Velcro bit at the back with buttons that you can choose functions, then it makes it a little better. So koala is going in. Something that people might not have thought about is a good old pool noodle, and this is just a section of a pool noodle that I've cut, and it's quite a sturdy kind of foam. But if you are feeling like agitated and there's an impulse to kind of want to release that somehow, then you can really dig your nails into this. You can like wring it if you feel really mad. You can scratch it, and it's safer than doing this to yourself. So pool noodles, much cheaper. The koalas are not that cheap. This, however, Amazon, much cheaper. So that. I'm going to add a stretchy noodle. Again, we're looking at things that direct any impulse away from the body. So if you've got that mobilized, agitated energy, it's taking it away from you and putting it onto something safer. So we've got stretchy noodle there. We've got something, I can only call this a pea pod. I don't even know what this is called. It's a little key ring, and it's got these little pea pod things that you push through, and it makes this satisfying snap sound. And it's dead handy. You can just fiddle with this if you feel anxious or stressed. It's also good to do these things before it escalates, to just de-escalate stress before it gets to that peak point. So pea pods going in. Little rose quartz thumb worry pebble is going in. You can put this in a pocket. You could do this under a table. You could have this, you could be sort of rubbing this and no one would know, and just releasing some tension and anxiety that way. So that's going in. I've got some of these little organza bags. I just bought a job lot of like 50 of them, which I'm going to put the individual things in the go bag. These were AliExpress for 43p or something stupid for like 40 of them, and to me they feel horrible because they feel rubbery, and I don't like that texture, but some people love it. But you could just kind of stretch them and splat them, and it won't matter because you've got lots of them. So quite a few of those are going in. This roller bead bracelet you could use as a key ring, Or you could use it as it's designed, a bracelet, where instead of picking the skin or kind of going at yourself, you actually do that on the beads. My one kind of caution with that is that ideally you want the movement to move away from the body in an object that's not near your body, but if it works and it's helpful and it just stops the skin, and of course it's easy to wear as a bracelet and it can go under a sleeve, so it might still be useful, so it's going to go in anyway. And then the last thing is this pick pad, and there's just a couple of things I want to say about these. So you'll see a lot of these on places like Etsy. The one thing to be careful of is, so the idea is that it's these beads set in silicone and you can release anxiety and tension by picking these beads out. Great, except that a lot of people, to make them look aesthetically pleasing, put little gold and silver metallic-y stars in, and they can be a bit sharp on your fingers. So I tried to find one with the largest beads I could and without the metal-y stars, which is this one. But there is a link as well on the downloadable stuff to a video which shows you someone has actually made one of these. So if you want to make your own and put slightly bigger beads or little pebbles if you've got them, then you can give that a go. So this is going to my niece, and it's just a handy thing, a very practical thing that you can do either for yourself if you feel stressed or as a gift to someone else. So just a couple of ideas if that is helpful.